Hey everyone, today is December 13th, and I just want to go over a little bit about what we talked about on Sunday and about hearing God's voice. This is one of the things that has really helped me is this, and I read this in church to you, is this: when we don't hear God's voice, all we will have is utterance asking God to do things for us instead of hearing God's plan for us. And so I really took the time to meditate on that. And, Lord, over the years, all I want to hear is your voice telling me what you want me, what you created me for, what you want me to do. So that has helped me tremendously in hearing his voice. And in turn, it has helped me to get prayers answered and to see really the reality of the gospel in my life. So we had an incident Sunday, and I'll let Ben talk about this more, but there's a lot of times, God does want to meet our needs. He wants to meet our needs, whether it's a need for healing, whether it's a need for a finance, or whatever it is. God wants to meet our needs. But again, I found that seeking first his kingdom, the need is very easily met. We had a situation Sunday after church that I thought was very interesting. And again, I am no expert on healing. We've seen multiple healings and everything. But Ben hurt his back lifting the speaker that we use there. And he hurt it really bad because he could barely walk. He couldn't raise his arms above his head. And, of course, we prayed for him and everything. And my other son and I, we put him into my truck because he couldn't get in the car. So we got him home, and it occurred to me that, I need to call this friend of ours, and he ministers at our church from time to time. In fact, he'll be there the first weekend of February. And moves in the gifts of the Spirit. It's not that, we don't or anything like that. And, I don't understand why at times, God does things very differently. And it comes down to just hearing. So I heard, call your friend, Reverend Miller, and have him pray for Ben's back. So we got him home, and we got Brother Billy on the phone. And he was on the speakerphone, and he told me, he said, I want you to lay your hands on each side of Ben's spine. And so I did, and as soon as he started praying, we started praying, I felt the power of God hit me so hard. It hit me so hard, I thought, oh my gosh. And Ben was able to raise his hands up and stand up on his own. And, that was it. He started walking and everything, and was able to raise his hands and was praising the Lord. So, I wanted to use that as an example. There are times when, I'll be like, Lord, well, what do we do here? It's not that I didn't have the faith to pray for his back. And, sometimes I don't understand all these things or whatever. I've seen God heal people, with some very serious illnesses and everything. But there's just times I believe that you just, and in fact, not times, but all the time, you really need to hear God's voice as to what to do in situations. And again, praying for my needs all the time is really, I want to say, counterproductive. Not that God doesn't want to meet our needs, but what I found to be more productive is to pray for what he wants done here on this earth, to seek first his kingdom and his righteousness.